How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zen over here bringing you guys a brand new Drifters anime episode discussion. And for today's anime, guys, we are going to be talking about Drifters episode 2, guys. Granted, I know, guys, I'm a little behind. Episode 5 is out, but hold on, guys. Don't worry. I'm catching up. Don't worry. I'm just taking my time because I'm enjoying some other series as well in the meantime. But granted, guys, let's get to this episode, guys. This episode actually was very entertaining, guys, as this episode was actually involving Toyohisa, Nobunaga, and Yoichi actually getting out of the castle that they were at and getting involved more with the people that actually rescued them, guys. Granted, though, they were in a sacred land themselves, but they actually escaped themselves because of the fact that this new group that we're actually being introduced, the Octoberist organization, is some kind of like, I would say, some kind of like hierarchy and kind of some kind of structural organization that is actually out and pillaging the villagers in order to know where these drifters are at. Like, they have like a very good source of networking that is actually gathering their information for them. It's weird as to how they know. And also, we're more involved at the fact that the Octoberists and actually all the other, I would say, people that are involved in this brand new world are like elves, demi-humans, goblins, and that sort of sense, guys. And it's actually very entertaining as to kind of see these brand new drifters, as you can kind of say, involved in this kind of new world, because the drifters themselves are historical figures that are actually being a part of a world that they've never been in, but they're bringing their own tactical strategies into this new world. And in this new world, it seems more along the lines as like in the Middle Ages or like in a fantasy World of Warcraft kind of theme going on. And I'm loving the fact that, you know, these characters that are bringing in, they really do stand out, and it actually makes sense as to why they can be able to conquer this new world because of that reason. Because think about it, all the inhabitants of this new world, they're feared due to the Octoberist organization, and the Octoberist organization is kind of monopolizing the way that they actually are living too. They're killing the villagers' wives, or actually I would say they're putting them on hold. They're killing the older generation. That way they can actually be and follow suit and be a sheep throughout the whole entire time. And that's the thing, guys. It's very entertaining to see as to how this world is structured, because the Octoberist organization are someone to be feared. But Toyohisa, he actually went along and fought with one of the Octoberist organization members, or you could kind of say, and the villagers themselves. It's funny because they were actually yelling at Toyohisa, and they were telling him, no, you can't, don't fight him, he's one of these higher upper levels. But Toyohisa didn't care, because the fact that these elves, they're speaking a very different language, guys. Toyohisa and Nobunaga and Yoichi, they don't even know what the heck is going on. All they're inferring is from looks of it, and they're seeing that this new organization is actually very evil, and they could say that these antagonists are themselves are actually someone to be actually feared at. And so Toyohisa said, you know what, let me just attack them and kill them, because apparently the village themselves are not doing nothing wrong. They really weren't, to be honest. It's just that the Octoberists are actually looking, and actually they're kind of, I would say, surveilling the drifters themselves, and they want to control their movements and actually like placing like chess pieces into this new world. From the looks of it from this episode, guys, because for a fact we were actually looking at Aram. He fought with Toyohisa, and the villagers themselves were actually glad that somebody actually stood up to them. But it's actually hilarious, the fact that Toyohisa himself, guys, he didn't kill him. He killed his other members, don't get me wrong, but I'm loving the fact that the drifters, they're actually setting themselves and deliberately placing themselves as well as these actual hierarchies themselves, because they're saying, you know what, instead of making a name for ourselves, hold on, let's do this politically right. And they really are doing it well, because Toyohisa, instead of killing Aram, he actually, you could say, he brutally injured Aram. But right there and then, you literally see Toyohisa say, no, the villagers, you guys take the last shot, because you guys rightfully deserve Aram's death right there by your own hands. And I'm here, actually, when I was watching the episode, I actually was rooting for the villagers to actually kill Aram, because of the fact that, you know, they were being malnurtured, they were being mistreated. You know, it's just the way that the system was set up there. They really deserved that death for them, you know. And I was actually happy for that, in a sense. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's just that the way that these villagers are actually placed at, it's very, very horrible. That's how they are. It's kind of like a third world country in a sense, guys. Granted, though, that was actually the bulk of the whole entire episode. We're looking at the Octoberist organization, how they're actually dealing with, and they're actually looking at the drifters themselves. Like I said, these drifters, they are the key importance to winning some kind of war that's going on as well. Because apparently at the end of the episode, we're actually looking and like I don't know, like some kind of Grand Master Elf, or I don't even know what his name is, and his little underlings are actually telling him that, like, oh, you know, these drifters, we have to watch out for them because, you know, they have a sense of high morality, and they have their, you could say, their own opinions, but like they're very stubborn people basically. And it's hilarious too because the Grandmaster that we know, don't worry, we're gonna be starting at war and something's about to come, etc., etc. And you're looking at it like, wow, you know, like what's going on, like what kind of war is going on around here? That's the thing. I'm loving at the fact that, like I said, the universe itself is actually expanding more and more in this actual episode too, guys, but only with a small little bit of tease involved. Like I said, it's very entertaining. But like I said, like, guys, there is something else that actually caught my attention, guys, and that is Murasaki and Easy. These are like two like gods, you could say, or I don't know what they are, but remember in the first episode, guys, Murasaki was the guy in the corridor reading the newspaper that brought the drifters to this world. It seems that Murasaki is the one that's actually bringing them, not the October's organization. It's kind of weird. Like I said, remember, it's two people that are doing the worship. Maybe Murasaki is part of the October's organization. I'm not too sure. They haven't really gave that much information on apart from that, but it's actually interesting because Easy is this other, I would say, magical creature or god, or we don't know what she is as well. And these two, Murasaki and Easy, they're actually fighting for I would say, the right to the land. I'm assuming from the land that this new world is at. It's like I said, it's very vague as to why these two are fighting, but they want to win. That's the thing. Murasaki and Easy are like the way that they've kind of been introduced. It seems like they're gods because the way that they're kind of involving the world themselves, you could kind of tell the contrast themselves. And Murasaki instead is seen as an actual good guy instead of an evil character. That's what I loved about that. The color contrast between them. Murasaki's white empty room, him with his little desktop all organized, and you see Easy come in with her dark, shadowy, foreboding demeanor, coming in with her rough attitude, and you're here wondering, like, you know, Murasaki seems to be the one in control and seems to be the protagonist of the series. Like I said, it's very interesting at how they're doing it, guys. Very, very interesting, and I'm loving the fact that I wish they would explain more about Murasaki himself as to what more does he have to play in part with the actual series itself, guys. But like I said, though, guys, like that's it for today's episode. That, like I said, there's still more to it, but like I said, they're still giving us vague information. But the thing is that you guys should watch out for is Nobunaga and Yoichi and Toyohisa. These characters are really gonna take over the country themselves, and they're doing it in a political manner. Like I said, they're bringing in their tacticals that they brought from the old world that they were at, and they're bringing it into this new world, and they're really gonna conquer it all. Like I said, it's in their blood, and they're gonna do it, and I can't wait to see how they're gonna take down this new world, guys. But like I said, though, let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about this anime itself, guys. What you guys thought about Nobunaga actually doing his own political stance in this episode as well, guys, and Yoichi herself and Toyohisa. Let me know down in the comments below, guys. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Drifters anime discussions and reviews. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen signing out.